You may be wondering why my hair's shorter all of a sudden. Well, I'll tell you. A wizard did it. Oh, come on, I couldn't get through these reviews without doing that joke at least once. Chapter 12! Batman and Robin's solution to the fog machine is to stop the car for a moment until it clears up enough for them to continue. I can't fault the logic, but I can certainly fault it for being another lame resolution to another lame cliffhanger. The Wizard and Neil make it safely to their hideout by employing the amazing concealing powers of a fake bush. Oh, they're so close, but they'll never find it. Once again remembering they're right next to Professor Hamill's house, they decide to pay him a visit, but when they arrive, they're shot at by Carter. Batman don't play that. But they make up when Carter explains he's looking for a prowler. They find him. It's Dunn, the private eye. Batman searches him and finds that he's hidden microfilm in his cigar, and it contains the plans for a neutralizer that Hamill had invented to counteract the remote control device. Just like in Chapter 8, Batman comes up with another complicated plan to lure the Wizard into a trap. They let Barry Brown believe that the neutralizer has been invented and is being transported in an armored car. Robin hides in said armored car, while Batman and the police keep an eye on it at different checkpoints. The bad guys take care of the driver by throwing a smoke bomb in the car, but Robin has his breathing device, so he's okay. The Wizard sets off a remote-control duplicate of the armored car, but Robin finally gets a chance to take charge. He jumps into the driver's seat and takes off. Well, Robin, you're about to learn the hard rule of being the hero. Being the hero in a serial means you're subject to disappointing cliffhangers. Chapter 13! This is just like Chapter 10. Robin just dives out of the car at the last second. Wait, it really is just like Chapter 10. In fact, I think it's the same location and even the same footage they used to show Robin jumping out of the car 3 chapters ago. The bad guys find the wreckage of the car, but are pissed to find that there was no neutralizer in the box. It kinda makes you wonder why Robin risked his life to protect the car then. So after that time vacuum, Hamill reveals to Carter that he actually has made a neutralizer, and wants Carter to present it to the Scientific Council. But first Carter has to shoo away Vicky, who's trying to take pictures. Again, nothing really comes of this other than to force me to wonder why he didn't just smash that box over her head. Well, the Wizard's men come for the neutralizer, but Batman and a very mop-topped Robin show up and get the box back. But when Hamill opens it back up, why, it's empty! The Wizard now has the neutralizer. Somehow. But he has bigger plans for it than to just keep people from messing up his usage of the remote control machine.
You hear me, Neil?
Yeah, but I can't see you.
That's because I'm invisible.
Well, the gist of it is that the Wizard gets to deck himself out like Flava Flav, and it grants him the power of invisibility as long as Neil has both machines running at the same time. With his new, mostly invisible wire powers, the Wizard publicly announces that he will steal the plans to a super jet plane at 3 o'clock. Batman locks himself in a vault. Commissioner Gordon checks on the guards. Robin plays with toys. Damn it, Robin got distracted again. Somebody make him do something. Ooh. Think you might have overdone it a little bit there. Invis-Wizard disables the guards and Robin, and he plants a crate of X-90 in front of the vault. Notice how this one clearly states it's the explosive and detonators? If only those convenient combo packs had been around when the Wizard was trying to steal it earlier in the serial. Chapter 14! Batman checks his pocket watch and... Wait, why does Batman have a pocket watch? When you think of Batman, do you think of pocket watches? Well, anyway, Batman takes out his portable oxygen device and... Well, wait, why is this oxygen device so big this time? He and Robin always had those little tiny clear tubes before. Well, look at that. We haven't even resolved the cliffhanger yet, and I'm already confused. Just before the explosion, Batman happened to step into the inner chamber and was therefore spared from the blast. The machines overheat and Neil is forced to turn them off, leaving the Wizard exposed and not at all threatening. In the chase, the Wizard cuts his hand and leaves his glove behind before making his escape. Let's line up our suspects and see which one has a cut on his hand.
Talk yourself out of that, Dunn.
Aha! Dunn has a cut on his hand, so he must be the Wizard.
I cut my hand while moving some broken glass in my garage.
So, he must be the Wizard, right?
How'd you hurt your hand, Professor?
I burned it in the laboratory.
Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. Well, Batman does some detective work again and is able to take fingerprints from inside the Wizard's glove. To everyone's surprise, it isn't Professor Hamill, but Carter, Hamill's attendant. But all that stuff with Hamill going into his fireplace... I was tricked by the red herring. This leads to the plot thickening.
Don't shoot! Please don't shoot!
Everyone gathers to examine Carter's body and... What the hell? Stop, stop, stop! Does anybody notice anything weird about this scene? Professor Hamill, a character who has been in a wheelchair this entire time, is standing. And nobody's saying anything about it. Come on, Robin, I know you want to say something. You've said it in nearly every chapter. You know.
But he's confined to a wheelchair.
But he's a wheelchair invalid.
You don't want to say that now? So, ignoring the very obvious continuity flaw that Hamill is walking... Jeez, how did nobody notice this? Our heroes are celebrating the apparent death of the wizard. But Barry Brown reports that not only did the wizard not die, he's going to attempt to assassinate Commissioner Gordon at 2 o'clock. He then decides to finally reveal the true identity of the wizard, but before he can, he's suddenly overtaken by a nasty case of the chokes, and he passes out.
Barry, what happened? Barry, what's troubling you?
Knowing that death is inevitable, Commissioner Gordon decides to hang out in his office with Batman and Vicky until 2 o'clock comes. Batman gives Vicky a special infrared bulb that can somehow detect invisible people. The appointed time comes around, and Invis-Wizard makes good on his threat by lowering a gun down on a wire. I mean, holding it in his invisible hand, because there's clearly no wire there, right? Chapter 15! Invis-Wizard's a crappy shot. No one got hurt. There was no real danger. The very last cliffhanger in the serial, and they couldn't even give that a sense of peril. But let's go ahead and cross that finish line. The infrared bulb not only sees through the invisibility, but also the wizard's mask, and amazingly, it's Carter again, even though he's dead. What can it mean? Well, being caught by Vicky's camera isn't the only stupid thing Invis-Wizard did. He let Jason drive his getaway car. You know, the guy Batman had already caught once before who was only released so Batman could follow him. The guy that all the policemen already can recognize. You have him park right outside police headquarters? Yeah, that's gonna go well. So, Invis-Wizard doesn't have a ride. He tries to call Neil for a lift, but all that accomplishes is allowing the police to track his call. Unfortunately, these cops aren't as intelligent as the ones who arrested Jason. They know they're searching for an invisible man who just made a phone call, but they're not going to bother to actually feel around inside the phone booth. Man, you're so stupid you guys deserve to have your car stolen. Invis-Wizard has broken through the police roadblocks, but he wrecks his car, and then the machines overheat and break down, exposing the wizard again. And that means I don't get to say Invis-Wizard again, and I kinda like saying that. This is the final chapter, so for old time's sake, Vicky has to be captured one more time. Rather than just humiliate her, the bad guys finally decide to do what they should have done at the beginning and attempt to kill her by tying her up and pushing her car over a cliff. Yes, she's finally going to die. No, Batman, let her fall, let her fall! Damn it. Spying on the wizard, Robin's finally able to solve the great mystery that is Bush. Batman and Robin give chase and end up in Professor Hamill's house, where things finally get resolved.
Cornered at last.
Are you admitting that you're the wizard, Professor?
Yes, I'm ready to make a full confession.
Ha! I knew that old man was the wizard. It was so obvious. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Predating all soap opera cliches, it turns out that Carter had a twin brother, and the twin brother was posing as Carter, the Carter who got shot by the wizard in Chapter 14. Well, here we are in Commissioner Gordon's office for the final scene. Gordon thanks Batman.
Robert and Miss Vale have done their share, too.
Oh, gee, I'm sure Robin appreciates getting the same level of praise as Vicky. Robin only fought in nearly every battle and single-handedly uncovered the bush, while Vicky constantly needed rescuing and annoyed every character she ever came in contact with. Yeah, they certainly contributed equally. But it's all very funny. We laugh, and then the end! Well, I hope you've enjoyed this trip down classic cinema. For all of its plot holes, ridiculous technology, and disappointing cliffhangers, Batman and Robin is a fun little adventure flick. But on the bright side, I can finally stop wearing this shirt. What has it been, like 2 months now? Ugh. But before I do that, I'm going to take the opportunity to relax a little bit.
Get off your ass.
What was that?
Just get off your ass.
You?
Get off your ass.
But...